Some of the world's richest and infamous mafia crime lords lived in palaces, mansions, extravagant compounds with the best security known to man, and even a slaughter room with a jacuzzi. Today we go inside the spooky mansions of Millionaire Mafia Kingpins. Number 15, Vincent Palmero's Mega Mansion. Known to many as Vinny Ocean, this mobster turned FBI agent ran New Jersey's De Cavalcante crime family and was the inspiration for Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. After grassing up his fellow associates, he was placed in the Witness Protection Program and purchased this amazing gated mansion in the city of Houston. The 5-bedroom cabana property on Memorial Drive is considered nothing short of a palace, and the front of the property features a massive fountain, large driveway, and lines of trees. There are many luxurious features fit for a king in here, and they include a large swimming pool, marble flooring, marble columns, and even the walls are marble. The bedroom features a 4-poster mahogany bed, ornate chandelier, and marble fireplace, while the private cinema keeps entertainment high. The mansion was listed for sale in 2009 after Palmero had his cover blown by a newspaper article, but it was not sold until 2015 when it exchanged hands for $2.9 million. Number 14, Carmine Angelos' Long Island estate. Carmine the Bull Angelo was well known in New York's Gambino crime family and even married the boss's daughter in 1984. They later moved into a 5-bedroom home located on Long Island's village of Westbury, and they lived there with 3 sons. After being sentenced to 9 years in prison, Angelo lost the house to his wife, who divorced him and later went on to star in a number of TV shows. The home features a large living room, library, bedrooms with 4-poster beds, and large ornate columns in every room. The home was raided by the FBI in 2016 after suspecting tax evasion and was listed for sale for $3.5 million several times, but it would appear its notoriety is well known. Number 13, Vito Rizzutos' Montreal Mansion. Once known as Montreal's Teflon Don, Vito Rizzuto's huge California estate is located in Montreal's Ahuntsic-Carterville borough. The alleged boss of the Sicilian Mafia, Rizzuto, was head of the family, and his 5-bedroom home is located on what's known as Mafia Row, after 4 Mafia Kingpins are said to have had houses there. The home has several sweeping staircases in the entrance hall, Persian rugs, luxury chandeliers, family rooms, ensuite bathrooms, 2 powder rooms, and a state-of-the-art kitchen. After Rizzuto passed away from lung cancer in 2013, the home was sold for a substantial amount. Number 12, Tony Accardos' River Forest residence. One of Chicago's biggest and best-known gangsters, Big Tuna Accardo as he was known, lived in this amazing 5-bedroom palatial home in River Forest. Located on Ashland Avenue, he purchased the home while still second in command in 1964, and the mansion only cost around $100,000, something more like $1.3 million in today's money. The home was sold after a robbery at the property, for which Accardo was later said to have ordered 3 men killed. He died of heart failure in 1992, and the property was recently sold for $1.1 million. Number 11, Paul Ricca's Chicago Hideaway. Notorious boss of Chicago's mafia gangs for at least 40 years, Paul Ricca, aka The Waiter, owned this large home on the River Forest and was also the de facto to Al Capone in the 1930s. The magnificent mansion featured 4 fireplaces, parquet floors, a handsome library, and the property reportedly featured a secret tunnel to rooms filled with hidden items. The property was sold in 1972 for $900,000 after Ricca, who had been in jail for some time thanks to tax evasion convictions, died of a heart attack. Are you enjoying our video on 15 millionaire mafia mansions owned by infamous kingpins? If you are, then make sure to go and check out another video, 25 female billionaires of 2021. Links in the description, on the info card, and as always at the end of the video. Number 10, Raksh Saran's Arlington, Texas mansion. Once belonging to online pharmacy czar Raksh Saran, this massive home was listed for auction after he pled guilty and sold it for $1.2 million. Today, the 22,000 square foot home is thought to be worth close to $3.7 million and features 5 fireplaces, marble tires, indoor pools, and sits just 9 minutes from the Cowboys Stadium. Not much is known about the inside of the home, as the reported buyers are very private, but expect a warren of rooms and even a reported lift between floors. Number 9. Paseo's Slum Mega Mansion. Located in possibly one of the poorest slums in Rio de Janeiro, drug lord Paseo built this triplex home in plain sight of his neighbours, but hidden well enough from view not to be discovered. Featuring air conditioning, LED televisions in every room, and a well-hidden swimming pool on the roof, the home even had its own jacuzzi and state-of-the-art kitchen. The drug lord, being a huge fan of Justin Bieber, had his own nightclub inside the property, apparently underground to limit noise, and it's reported that 6 tons of drugs and weapons were hidden in the walls. Found by a team of police cleaning the area in preparation for the Rio Olympics, the home was seized. Yet before this, the whole favela was run by the gang that controlled billions. Number 8. Al Capone's Miami Mansion. Boss of the world-famous South Side gang, very few people have not heard of Al Capone, and many people also know of his notorious mega mansion. Al Capone was in residence at this Palm Beach villa, which is located on Palm Island and is thought to be worth roughly $14.9 million today. After purchasing the home for just $40,000, Capone reportedly spent another $140,000 on security measures and upgrades that included 7-foot-high walls, searchlights, and a gatehouse, cabana, and grotto. The home has an amazing swimming pool on the outside and was reportedly where Al Capone spent his final days after being released from Alcatraz prison in 1939. Number 7. Paul Yearsley's British Mansion. Once on the market for £8 million, this English estate was the former home of Paul Yearsley, one of the United Kingdom's most prolific gangsters and a former swimming pool supervisor. Yearsley was sent to prison for his crimes, and the home, now on the market for just over $6 million, was described as being fit for a pop star. The mansion on the outskirts of Bolton near Manchester has some interesting features for a UK property, including multiple bedrooms and bathrooms and a full underground cinema. Spread across 4 other floors, you will find 2 living rooms, a large open-plan kitchen, an indoor pool, gymnasium, games room and bar and shower room. He also had a fleet of luxury cars kept at the property, which were also seized after his 5-year jail sentence. Number 6. Bugs Moran's Chicago Hotel Suite. Another famous name in another massive living quarters, Bugs Moran's lived in style thanks to his permanent home inside Chicago's opulent Parkway Hotel. The hotel was minutes away from where Moran's gang stored all of its booze and counterfeit goods, and Moran lived in the suite for over 10 years. The hotel gave Moran's access to many entertainment features, including a grand ballroom, high-end restaurant, and of course its famous speakeasy. Today it has been converted into flats, and as for Moran, well, he died in 1957 while still in prison, where he was sent in 1939. Number 5. The billionaire bolt hole of Bugsy Saigel. One of the most feared gangsters of all time and founder of Murder Inc., which acted as an enforcement arm of the Jewish mob and Italian-American mafia, he built this large mansion in California in the 1930s. Sitting on a total of 1.8 acres, the Holmby Hills mansion has 5 bedrooms, an enormous living room, oak panel library, imposing dining room, and a spacious home cinema. No expense was spared on the property, and he lived there with his wife and children, while his bar had every drink imaginable, including cognacs and champagnes. Most homes at this time only had 1 vanity room. Bugsy built 6, and the dining room alone seated 30 people. Manicured gardens and a swimming pool on the outside join the large driveway, and it's reported that the wardrobe in the attic housed a trapdoor, letting him escape arrest on multiple occasions. He was arrested for murder in 1940 but later acquitted, and was then shot dead at his girlfriend's home in Beverly Hills, with the home selling for an undisclosed amount. Number 4. Pablo Escobar's Mega Home Haul. There are few famous drug kingpins such as Pablo Escobar, and few have achieved his power and wealth since. He has also owned hundreds of properties, businesses and more. Of particular interest to the FBI was his massive pink mansion, which was located in a waterfront plot in Miami Beach and was said to be worth close to $16 million. The home was demolished in 2016, and the 30,000 square foot lot where it once stood is still valued at $15.9 million, thanks in part to its notoriety. 2 hidden safes were found in the walls of the wrecked home and later disappeared in mysterious circumstances, while Escobar's wealth was $30 billion at one point in his life. Escobar was shot dead in 1993, and there are now plans to build a modern mansion on the site of his former residence. No doubt it will be worth a small fortune, especially if you're a Narcos fan. Number 3. Albert Anastasia's New Jersey compound. Considered to be the Lord High Executioner of Murder Inc., he would later go on to become the boss of the feared Gambino crime family in the 1940s. He lived in this amazing Spanish-style New Jersey property from 1947 until 1957, and is also said to have committed multiple crimes here while organising all gang activities from the house. The home sits on 1.3 acres, has 25 sprawling rooms, and sits on Fort Lee, just across the river from Manhattan, and is surrounded by 7-foot-high walls, once covered in steel spikes and barbed wire to keep out his enemies. Multiple bedrooms, an ornate kitchen, a glass-covered conservatory, and windows offering amazing views of the New York skyline are on offer in this property. The home has a wood-panelled office, and the creepiest room in the house is the jacuzzi room, also known in the gangsters' time as the slaughter room. You can use your imagine as to why. His reign of terror ended in 1957 when he was gunned down in a barber's shop, and his home was later sold multiple times, eventually for a high price of $6.9 million. Number 2. El Chapo's Mansion Collection. Another notorious drug lord whom is actually still alive, albeit incarcerated in one of the strongest prisons known to man, El Chapo has a net worth at his peak of $3 billion. He owned a vast array of different businesses and properties, including one house valued at $80,000 in Culiacan that was used to aid his escape in 2016. Another home where the Kingpin stayed while trying to evade the army is on sale for $90,000, and his mother even owned a large property in the city. Sitting on 3 floors and covering 700 meters of land, it is thought to be valued at $450,000, and he once owned over 9 homes across the globe. Number 1. Michigan Manor of Pete Corrado. Dubbed the world-famous Machine Gun Pete, Corrado belonged to the Mafia in Detroit and lived in a 7,481 square foot mansion on Middlesex Road in Grosse Pointe Park just outside Detroit. He made his money from an Italian-style lottery, an illegal numbers racket, and proceeds from his illegal activities were used to buy the home. The home has a large fountain on the outside and was decorated in the 1950s style with 2 reception rooms, 5 bedrooms, and the property has access to 3 bars, a wine cellar, pool room, and a spa. The mob home had several hiding places and a series of tunnels run underneath the house, with machine guns and other contraband reportedly once stored there, and one tunnel even connects to a house across the road. The home stayed in the family after Corrado's death in 1957 and was owned by a Corrado until 1988, being purchased for $665,000 and later sold again in 1995 for $715,000. Thanks for watching our video on 15 millionaire mafia mansions owned by infamous kingpins. Please throw a like on the video to support the ongoing series, hit the subscribe button for more content coming soon, and check out the videos on the next page.